Hi everyone, this is John Gerardi for Right to Life of Central California, bringing you another in our 40 videos for 40 Days series. 40 Days for Life is an international campaign of prayer and presence outside abortion clinics throughout the country and throughout the world. If you want to learn more about our campaign right here in Fresno, get in touch with us at 559-229-2229. Today, I want to talk about another of the bad pieces of legislation that we at Right to Life of Central California are opposing in the California legislature. The California legislature has introduced all of its new bills for this session, and several of them are horrible attacks on the sanctity of human life. One of these bills that we are very concerned with is Senate Bill 380. Senate Bill 380, introduced by Susan Eggman. Now, this has to do with physician-assisted suicide. Many of you remember that in 2016, in January of 2016, California legalized the practice of physician-assisted suicide. This is the practice whereby if someone has a one-year terminal diagnosis, however reliable that one-year terminal diagnosis may be, they are eligible to get a prescription for life-ending medication. This practice is horrible on a number of levels. It radically alters the relationship between doctor and patient. The setup has very few safeguards against fraud, very few safeguards for finding and reporting fraud. And in addition, it basically devalues the lives of those individuals who have a one-year terminal diagnosis. It also imposes all kinds of perverse incentives on individuals, on insurance carriers, etc., to pay for cheap end-of-life, life-ending medication, as opposed to more expensive cancer treatment, care, etc. So it's terrible in a lot of ways. SB 380 makes the whole legal regime around physician-assisted suicide even more terribler. Basically, what it will do is it will weaken and lower the bar for some of the mental health assessment checks that are sometimes part of the process of the normal application for physician-assisted suicide. It lowers the standards for who can do those kinds of tests, from an actual psychiatrist or psychologist to a social worker. And basically, I think this is part of a plan to continue to loosen up the regime around physician-assisted suicide. I know that the state legislature has talked quite a bit about the possibility of narrowing the time frame, expanding the time frame from someone with a 6-month terminal diagnosis to someone with a 1-year terminal diagnosis. So if you have actually, I have to correct myself from earlier in the video. If you have a 6-month terminal diagnosis, you are eligible for physician-assisted suicide. There's some saber rattling to expand that to a 1-year terminal diagnosis. So this is another terrible piece of legislation, and I really hope that we all strongly do our best to oppose it. Thank you all so much. And for Right to Life of Central California, I'm John Gerardi.